Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to peel back the layers of marketing and dive deep into the fine print of a real-world financial plan. By taking apart an actual advisor's materials and a specific product they sell, we get a pretty interesting look at how the world of personal finance really works.
We're going to start with this quote, and it comes directly from the advisor himself. The way it's phrased is, well, it's memorable, right? It's the perfect place to start our case study because it shows you right away that financial marketing isn't always some slick corporate thing. Sometimes it's incredibly personal. So, who's the person behind the advice?
All right, so before we can even begin to understand a financial product, we have to understand the person who's selling it. So, first things first, let's meet the advisor at the heart of our case study.
So this is our central character, Gauravdeep Gautam. And right off the bat, his marketing tells us he wears a few different hats: insurance advisor, researcher, and organization leader. This mix kind of suggests he's positioning himself as more than just a salesperson. You know, he's aiming to be a real thought leader.
His academic background is actually pretty diverse. On one hand, he's got a Master of Science in Mathematics, which tells you he's got a solid handle on the numbers, but then he also has a Master of Arts in things like political science, international relations, and marketing. That brings a much broader, more strategic view to everything.
And this right here, this is what makes it all official. He's a government-authorized advisor with the Life Insurance Corporation of India, or LIC. And that's a really big deal. LIC is one of the largest and oldest insurance providers in the country, so this gives him a ton of credibility.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. The services he offers go way beyond what you'd typically expect from an insurance advisor. He's not just selling policies, he's promising the whole shebang when it comes to financial guidance.
So check out this table from his business materials. It's quite a mix. He offers investment advice, and yep, there's that same memorable quote again. He offers marketing services to help, promote the buying or selling of things, and he even offers market research. The description for that is in Hindi, and it basically translates to, we analyze the market and find ways that will help you earn the maximum profit. It's a truly full-service and even multilingual approach.
So now that we have a good feel for the advisor, let's pivot and take a closer look at a specific product he might recommend, the LIC Smart Pension Plan 879.
So what kind of product is this exactly? Well, at its core, it's what's called an immediate annuity. The idea is actually super straightforward. You pay one single lump sum of money up front, and in exchange, the insurance company gives you a guaranteed regular paycheck for the rest of your life. Simple as that.
Now, this next part is absolutely crucial. The plan is non-linked and non-participating. That's just a fancy way of saying it's safe and predictable. Your payouts are totally fixed and guaranteed. They're not going to go up or down with the stock market, and they're not based on how much profit the insurance company makes. It's all about security. The whole process is designed to be incredibly simple, really. It breaks down into just 3 steps. 1, you pay a lump sum to buy in. 2, you choose how you want your payout structured. And 3, you just sit back and receive that guaranteed income for the rest of your life.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. What are the actual numbers and the choices you have to make with this plan? We're going to go by the source material we have.
So, what's the price of admission? The minimum you need to invest to get started is 1 lakh rupees. That's your ticket to get into this lifetime income plan.
So who can actually get this? Well, the eligibility is pretty broad. You can start as young as 18. You can buy it online or offline, which is nice, and there are even some perks, like a better annuity rate or a lower minimum investment for people who are already LIC customers or if you're coming from the national pension system.
Now, when you buy this plan, you have to make a really big decision right at the beginning. Is it going to be a single life or a joint life annuity? A single life plan, well, it covers just you. A joint life plan covers you first, and then after you pass away, it keeps paying out to your surviving spouse. Of course, this choice affects how much you get paid, but it offers that extra layer of security for your partner.
So, when you put this all together, what are the main selling points? Well, it's all built around that core promise, guaranteed income for life. You get flexibility on how you receive the payouts, there's a loan facility in case of emergencies, and you might even get some tax benefits. The whole thing is really built to create a sense of financial security as you head into retirement.
All right, so after breaking down both the advisor and the product, let's zoom out. What's the big picture here? What does this case study really teach us about navigating the world of personal finance?
Well, the biggest takeaway about the product itself is pretty clear. This plan is made for a very specific person. It's for someone who's getting close to retirement or is already in it, and who values one thing above everything else: a secure, predictable income that is totally separate from the ups and downs of the market.
You know, this case study really drives home a few key lessons for us. We saw that financial marketing can be super personal, sometimes in very unique ways. It shows why you have to deconstruct what you're being offered, separating the big promises from the actual product details. And it really highlights how important it is to understand these core terms, like annuity and non-linked, because at the end of the day, any single product is just one piece of your much bigger financial puzzle.
And all of this leaves us with one final thought, a question for you to think about. When it comes to planning your own financial future, how do you find that perfect balance between trusting the advice of an expert and doing the essential homework for yourself?